William James Adams Jr., born March 15, 1975, known professionally as will.i.am, pronounced will.i.am, is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, record producer, actor, and entrepreneur. He is the frontman of the musical group Black Eyed Peas, which he formed with fellow musicians will.i.am and Taboo in 1995. The group, having released 9 total studio albums, saw their furthest mainstream success during their 2000s pop rap era with Elefunk, 2003, Monkey Business, 2005, The End, 2009, and The Beginning, 2010. Adams served as lead vocalist since its formation, although for the albums, he did so alongside singer Fergie, who joined the group in 2002 and departed after the latter album. As a solo artist, Adams released his first 2 albums, Lost Change, 2001, and Must Be 21, 2003, to lukewarm commercial response. The former was released by Atlantic Records, while the latter contained the song Go, which served as theme music for the NBA Live 2005 and Madden NFL 2005 seasons. His third album, Songs About Girls, 2007, marked his first entry on the Billboard 200 as a solo act and spawned the moderate hit single I Got It From My Mama. His fourth album, #Willpower, 2013, peaked at number 9 on the chart and saw further success with its singles Scream and Shout, with Britney Spears, and #ThatPower, featuring Justin Bieber. The former song peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. In addition, his guest appearances on Fergie's 2006 single Fergalicious and Usher's 2010 single OMG peaked at numbers 2 and 1 on the chart, respectively. A prolific record producer and songwriter, Adams has amassed credits on singles and albums for other artists including Michael Jackson, Rihanna, Miley Cyrus, Kanye West, Jennifer Hudson, U2, Kesha, Lady Gaga, Psy, Justin Timberlake, Nicki Minaj, Estelle, Nas, John Legend, Cheryl, and 2NE1, among others. Through his solo career and collaborative work with the Black Eyed Peas, he has a total of 41 top 40 entries on the UK singles chart since 1998 and has sold 9.4 million singles in the country. He founded his namesake record label in 1998, which has signed artists including LMFAO, Khalees, and Macy Gray. Outside of his music, Adams has served as a panelist and mentor on the reality competition series The Voice UK 2012, present, The Voice Australia 2014, and The Voice Kids 2017 to 2023. He is the recipient of 7 Grammy Awards, a Latin Grammy Award, and a Daytime Emmy Award. Early life. William James Adams Jr. was born in Los Angeles on March 15, 1975, the son of an African-American mother Deborah, née Kane, and Jamaican father William James Adams Sr. He has never met his father, and was raised by his mother in the Estrada Courts housing projects in the Boyle Heights neighborhood of Los Angeles, where they were among the few African-Americans living in a predominantly Hispanic community. He did not discover his full birth name until he was 25. His mother encouraged him to be unique and to avoid conforming to the tendencies of the other youths in the neighborhood. To guide his musical career, she sent him to public schools in the more affluent West Los Angeles area, such as Paul Revere Charter Middle School, which was 1 hour-long bus journey away. During the regular school year, he attended Palisades Charter High School. During that time, he started going to raves with classmate Pasquale Rotella. Adams' maternal uncle is former National Football League (NFL) player Lynn Kane, who inspired him during his early years. While studying at summer school at John Marshall High School, Adams became best friends with Alan Pineda, better known as APL.AP, who would later become a member of the Black Eyed Peas. While still in high school, Adams and Pineda performed in East Los Angeles clubs and were soon joined by 3 others to form the socially conscious Atban Clan rap group. Atban Clan caught the attention of rapper Eazy and Mason Miller, signing to his record label Ruthless Records in 1992. Adams later said his history with rave culture is why he chose a more electro sound for the Black Eyed Peas albums The End and The Beginning. Despite the use of electro and house music elements, will.i.am prefers to separate the underground from pop. In an article with Los Angeles Times, he mentioned that the secrecy surrounding the whereabouts of raves is what made raving special and different from the mainstream. Music career. 1988 to 2000, Formations and the Black Eyed Peas. will.i.am performing with the Black Eyed Peas in June 2009. In the summer of 1988, will.i.am began his music career as an 8th grader when he met up with rapper Alan Pineda, better known as APL.AP, and fellow student Dante Santiago. They began performing together around Los Angeles and were soon discovered by rapper/entrepreneur Eazy, who signed them to his label Ruthless Records in 1992. At the time, Will was known as Will.i.am. Ben Clan's first song, Merry Motherfucking Christmas, was included on Eazy's extended plot 5150, Home for the Sick, 1992. Afterward, the trio began recording an album, Grassroots, with the help of producers Mookie Mook and DJ Motivate, but the album was never released due to Eazy's death in 1995. Subsequently, they changed their name to Black Eyed Pods, and will replace Dante with Jamie Gomez, better known under his stage name of Taboo. In 1997, they once again changed their name, this time to the Black Eyed Peas, and began recording their first album, Behind the Front, with the help of soul singer Kim Hill. They were soon signed to Interscope Records, and released their debut single, Joints and Jam, in early 1998. The album was successful enough for the group's contract to be renewed, and in 2000, a second album, Bridging the Gap, was released. 2000 to 2003, Lost Change, Elefunk, and Must Be 21. Following the release of Bridging the Gap, Will began recording his first solo release, Lost Change, which was the official soundtrack to the film of the same name. Featuring collaborations with Medusa, Planet Asia, and Terry Dexter, the album was a critical success. In November 2001, work began on a third Black Eyed Peas album, Elefunk. Development of the album began on November 2, 2001, and was released just under 2 years later in 2003. At the time of development, only will.i.am, APL.AP, and Taboo were to feature on the album. During the production of Shut Up, the second single released from the album, they realized that a female vocal would work well with the song. Originally, Nicole Scherzinger, lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls, was approached to make a guest appearance on the record. She was forced to decline because she already was signed to a contract with Eden's Crush. Dante Santiago then introduced Fergie to will.i.am, whom she impressed with her vocal talents. She immediately bonded with the band and became a permanent member of the Peas, and her photo was printed onto the album cover. Lyricist Robbie Fisher, who has been working closely with the band since the beginning stages of the album, composed 9 out of the 14 tracks. In the United States, Elefunk reached number 14 on the Billboard 200 and became their first album to chart in the top 15. It gained even more commercial success internationally, particularly in the UK album charts, where it reached number 3. It has sold over 1.6 million copies in the UK and 8.5 million copies worldwide. After the success of Elefunk, the group was approached by Electronic Arts to feature some of their music on the 2004 game The Herbs. They remixed some of the tracks on Elefunk and translated it into Simlish and created new tracks for the game. They also feature in the game as playable characters. Elefunk contained their breakthrough commercial single, Where Is the Love, in November 2002, featuring Justin Timberlake, although he did not appear in the video. On the strength of that single and follow-up singles like Shut Up, Elefunk went on to sell 8.5 million copies worldwide. During this time, Will recorded a second solo album, Must Be 21, to similar reception as its predecessor. Where Is the Love and Shut Up reached number 1 on the UK singles chart. Hey Mama was used for several advertisements, including for Apple and iTunes. Let's Get It Started also received universal acclaim in the media section, where a cover version of the song appears in the film Hot Tub Time Machine. In 2002, Will recorded the song Secrets for the soundtrack to Dexter's Laboratory, The Hip-Hop Experiment, a musical accompaniment to the Cartoon Network original series. Prior to this, he had also composed the theme music for another Genndy Tartakovsky series, Samurai Jack. 2003 to 2006, Monkey Business. In November 2003, work began on a fourth Black Eyed Peas album, entitled Monkey Business, the second album with new band member Fergie. Upon the success of Monkey Business, which was released in 2005, the album was certified 3 times platinum by the RIA in the US and has sold over 10 million copies worldwide. The Canadian Recording Industry Association, or CRA, has certified Monkey Business 6 times platinum, with sales of over 600,000 copies. The Australian Recording Industry Association, or ARIA, has also certified Monkey Business 6 times platinum, denoting sales of over 420,000 copies. The album's tracks earned the group 4 2006 Grammy Award nominations, and they also won the Grammy for Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group for Don't Funk With My Heart. According to IFPI, over 2 million copies have been sold in Europe. In the UK alone, it has sold over 1 million copies, although this is significantly lower than their sales of Elefunk, which stand at over 1.6 million copies and 10 million worldwide. The band announced they were going to take a break to focus on their own personal projects. Will went on to produce Fergie's first solo album, The Duchess, which was released in 2006, before beginning work with Michael Jackson, who had requested Will's expertise for the recording and production of his new album. Work began on the Jackson album in 2006 and continued until the singer's death in 2009, at which point will.i.am revealed that none of the material recorded during the period would be released. However, remixes recorded for Jackson's Thriller 25 anniversary album were released in 2008. 2007 to 2009, Songs About Girls and Change Is Now. will.i.am with Sheryl Crow and Herbie Hancock, performing at the We Are One, the Obama inaugural celebration at the Lincoln Memorial Concert. In 2007, will.i.am announced that he had co-created an all-female soul band entitled the Paradiso Girls, who he intended to work with on an upcoming solo project. The album, Songs About Girls, was released in 2007. The album spawned 3 singles, I Got It From My Mama, One More Chance and Heartbreaker, and fared slightly better than his previous solo efforts, however, failed to shift more than 75,000 copies. Will also did a remix to the song With Love by actress and singer Hilary Duff. In 2008, will.i.am contributed the song One Tribe to the Survival International charity album, Songs for Survival. Also in 2008, he was featured on rapper Flo Rida's debut album, Mail on Sunday, where he produced and featured on the song In the Air, and featured on Usher's 5th album, Here I Stand. In January 2008, will.i.am announced plans that he was masterminding a political album, Change Is Now, Renewing America's Promise, in support of Barack Obama's presidential campaign. The first single, Yes We Can, featured a music video directed by Jesse Dillon. The lyrics of the song are composed almost entirely of excerpts from Obama's speech on January 8, 2008, following the New Hampshire presidential primary election. The video features appearances from numerous celebrities and first appeared on the website for Dip Dive. The video racked up 3 million views within a week and over 4 million subsequently on YouTube. On June 13, 2008, Yes We Can won an award at the 35th Annual Creative Arts and Entertainment Daytime Emmy Awards for New Approaches in Daytime Entertainment. On February 29, 2008, the album's second single, We Are the Ones, was released on Dip Dive and YouTube. The video features several celebrities chanting Obama as a portrayal as their hopes and wishes for Obama and his presidential campaign. On November 4, 2008, will.i.am spoke to CNN's Anderson Cooper about his support for then-Senator Obama using CNN's hologram technology, actually tomography, following the 2008 election, and Obama's victory, will release the album's third single, It's a New Day. The video reflects on the historical events that led to the election of the first African-American president and the public's reaction to his election. The video debuted on The Oprah Winfrey Show. In honor of the inauguration of Barack Obama as president, will.i.am collaborated with producer David Foster on the album's fourth single, America's Song, with contributing vocals from Seal, Bono, Mary J. Blige, and Faith Hill. In response to Obama's reaction following Kanye West's interruption of Taylor Swift at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards, will.i.am penned the album's fifth and final single, The Jackass Song. It featured a sample of Kanye West's Heartless. Will wrote a blog post, which featured the song on Dip Dive, and released in February 2009. will.i.am attended and spoke at the first robotics competition kickoff on January 8, 2011, declaring, I am a first fan. He has also named first founder Dean Kamen one of heroes on his verified Twitter account. 2009 to 2016, Black Eyed Peas Reformation, the E.N.D, The Beginning, and #Willpower. will.i.am in Los Angeles, California in 2010. In March 2009, will.i.am announced plans for the Black Eyed Peas to return, and within months their comeback single, Boom Boom Pow, had reached #1 on the UK singles chart and Billboard Hot 100. They went on to have 3 number-1 singles before releasing their comeback album, The End. The album's success warranted a second comeback album, The Beginning, released in November 2010. The album spawned another 3 hit singles, but the band soon announced plans they were to break again, following the conclusion of their world tour. In 2009, will.i.am worked with rappers Flo Rida and Akon for Flo's second studio album, Roots, and recorded 4 tracks with Girls Aloud member Cheryl for her debut solo album 3 Words. He also worked with Rihanna on her 4th studio album, Rated R, for a track called Photographs. In February 2010, he wrote and produced the single OMG by Usher, which appeared on Usher's 7th studio album, Raymond vs. Raymond. In a YouTube video posted by YG Life Official on March 15, 2010, will.i.am expressed his desire to work with Korean K-pop girl group 2NE1 and help them achieve international success. Will has recorded a collaboration with Britney Spears, Big Fat Bass, which features on her 7th studio album, Femme Fatale. During the recording of the Black Eyed Peas' 6th studio album, The Beginning, band colleague Fergie announced in an interview that will.i.am was in the process of recording a new solo album, tentatively entitled Black Einstein. will.i.am formally announced that he was in the process of recording a 4th solo album, with some material being recorded under the pseudonym Zipper Block. In January 2010, a cut from the album, I'm in the House, a collaboration with Steve Aoki, was released as a single, charting at number 29 on the UK singles chart due to strong downloads. In October 2010, a second cut from the album, Check It Out, a collaboration with rapper Nicki Minaj, peaked at number 4 on the UK singles chart. In February 2011, a third cut from the album, Dance, a collaboration with Natalia Kills, peaked at number 62 on the UK singles chart. The music video was directed by James Sutton and features a cameo by Natalia. In April 2011, will.i.am recorded 4 songs for the soundtrack of the animated film Rio, in which he voiced the character, Pedro the Red-Crested Cardinal. Hot Wings, I Wanna Party, Drop It Low, Real and Rio and Advice for the Young at Heart, featuring an array of artists including Jamie Foxx, Anne Hathaway and Tears for Fears. None of the songs managed to chart, however, will announced that he was going to remix the tracks for inclusion on Black Einstein. In September 2011, a 4th cut from the album, Forever, a collaboration with Wolfgang Gartner, was released as a single. It was around this time that will.i.am announced that he changed the title of the album from Black Einstein to #Willpower. The video premiered on August 26, 2011. In November 2011, Will premiered what is intended to be the album's official lead single, TG, The Hardest Ever, a collaboration with Jennifer Lopez and Mick Jagger. Will announced via his Twitter that the video for TG, The Hardest Ever, was filmed in LA, and that before he returned home, he stopped off in Brazil to film the video for the album's second official single, Great Times. In December 2011, a 5th cut from the album, Party Like an Animal, a collaboration with Dutch singer Eva Simons and LMFAO, premiered at the HTC Beats launch party. will.i.am also announced he has collaborations with Britney Spears, Alicia Keys, Busta Rhymes, Swizz Beatz and a couple others on the album. He also stated there is a possibility Shakira could feature on the album. #Willpower is due for release in 2013, and will.i.am later confirmed that Cheryl and Justin Bieber would also appear on #Willpower. 32. In mid-October, Britney Spears confirmed on her Twitter account that she had filmed the music video for the single she was featuring in called Scream and Shout. He was among the performers at the Diamond Jubilee concert held outside Buckingham Palace on June 4, 2012. The first song broadcast from Mars was his new single, Reach for the Stars. He discussed and listened to it with a live audience at NASA in Pasadena, California after it was returned from the Curiosity rover. The song Hall of Fame by The Script also featured will.i.am. It debuted onto radio on July 23, 2012, and was released for digital download on August 21, 2012. He later featured in Priyanka Chopra's debut single, In My City. It was announced in October 2012 that will.i.am will feature on Kesha's second album Warrior on the track Crazy Kids. He also co-wrote and co-produced the Dr. Luke produced track. In November 2012, will.i.am released the 3rd single from #Willpower, which was Scream and Shout featuring Britney Spears. It debuted in the top 20 on the Billboard 100, eventually reaching a peak of number 3 and debuting at number 2 on the UK singles chart and reaching number 1 in January 2013 for 2 weeks. It went #1 in many countries. will.i.am attending his #Willpower album release party in Hollywood, Los Angeles, 2012. During an interview with Capital FM, will.i.am confirmed he had collaborated with Justin Bieber for his next release #ThatPower and premiered the single on the same day it was released onto iTunes in the US the same day and debuted on the Billboard 100 at number 42. In April 2013, will.i.am and Chris Brown's track Let's Go, also from the #Willpower album, became the center of a copyright controversy, with trance producers Artie and Matt Zo claiming that will.i.am used elements of their 2011 track Rebound in his song without permission from the artists or their label. This claim was later backed by Anjuna Beats, the record label behind Artie and Matt Zo. His fourth studio album, #Willpower, was re-released in December 2013 featuring several new tracks, including the lead single Feelin' Myself featuring Miley Cyrus, French Montana, and Wiz Khalifa. Britney Spears featured will.i.am on her song It Should Be Easy on her 8th studio album Britney Jean, for which he co-wrote and produced several tracks. He was also an executive producer of the project. On April 4, 2014, will.i.am appeared on Alan Carr, Chatty Man, where he talked about plans to release his own smartwatch. He revealed that it can be used as a phone, to store music, and use Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. He also showed a preview of a music video for a song called It's My Birthday. On May 20, 2014, a 90-second snippet was uploaded to SoundCloud. It features American singer-songwriter Cody Wise, is produced by Will and Damian Leroy, and is written by himself, Cody Wise and Keith Harris. It was released on July 6, 2014. In an interview with Capital FM, will.i.am confirmed that the Black Eyed Peas were getting back together. On April 7, 2016, will.i.am released the single Boys and Girls featuring Pia Mia. A week later, on April 14, a new remix of Mona Lisa Smile featuring Nicole Scherzinger was released. 2017 present. will.i.am at the World Economic Forum in 2023. In March 2020, will.i.am collaborated with a group of artists made up of Bono, Jennifer Hudson, and Yashiki for the song Sing for Life. The musicians felt motivated by the widespread sense of despair surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic and the attempts by multiple individuals to pursue creative endeavors while facing new social restrictions. The official YouTube description stated that the track aimed to spread joy during trying times like these. In 2023, he released the singles The Formula with Lil Wayne and a fourth collaborative song with Britney Spears titled Mind Your Business, both of which were panned by critics and failed to make an effect on domestic or worldwide charts. In February 2024, will.i.am appeared as a guest during Usher's Super Bowl halftime show, performing OMG. Other ventures. Acting. The Black Eyed Peas, including will.i.am, first started acting in the commercial series Instant Death to advertise Snickers chocolate bars. He starred in Madagascar, Escape to Africa as the voice of the hippopotamus character Moto Moto. He also contributed a number of tracks to the film soundtrack in collaboration with the score composer Hans Zimmer. will.i.am played John Wraith in his major film debut, X-Men Origins, Wolverine, a prequel to the X-Men film series. He also guest-starred on the CBS drama Joan of Arcadia as God, one of several actors who played this role during the series. He also starred in the 2011 animated film Rio and 2014's Rio 2 as a rapping red-crested cardinal named Pedro, and like Madagascar, Escape to Africa, he contributed his singing voice to the film's soundtrack, along with his fellow co-stars. In The Herbs, Sims in the City, will.i.am appeared as himself along with the Black Eyed Peas, and the film also uses Black Eyed Peas songs as its soundtrack. He briefly appeared as himself in the Tina Fey and Steve Carell comedy film Date Night. He appeared in the 2016 Grammy-nominated documentary film about American DJ and producer Steve Aoki, titled I'll Sleep When I'm Dead. The Voice UK and Australia. On being confirmed as a coach on The Voice UK, will.i.am said, "I'm proud to be doing The Voice UK because the UK was the first place I saw success, and it's the place I'm the most creative outside of home." Danny Cohen, controller of BBC One, added, "I am thrilled that will.i.am has signed up to be a coach on The Voice. He is a huge star who will bring a unique creativity to the show. Talking about the differences between the show and X Factor, I won't be a judge on X Factor. The Voice is different. You can't even compare the two. 1. You have people in the music industry, current and legends, coaching the next generation. The other format, you have judges critiquing, giving their opinions on things when they don't really know, other than Randy Jackson on Idol. In preparation for the role as a coach, he asked advice from friend and The X Factor judge Cheryl Cole. Talking to Capital FM, he said, "I reached out to Cheryl for advice on keeping your cool, having a poker face, the importance of sticking with the singers. It's their dream. A lot of the times when you have other performers a part of the show, celebrities tend to want the shine, so they hog up time. So my whole thing was that I want to do the voice, but I don't want to hog up time to where the singers up there are looking like, is this about you guys?" 58. In March 2012, it was reported that he had turned his plush dressing room into a recording studio, and instead of just listening with his headphones, he has installed some mega bass bins. On November 26, 2013, will.i.am was announced as a coach for the 2014 series of the Australian version of The Voice along with fellow Voice UK judge Kylie Minogue. He was the winning coach, having coached Voice winner Anya Neeson in 2014. Neither will.i.am nor Minogue returned for the fourth series in 2015. He has contributed to The Voice UK since 2012. He also served as a coach on the UK version of The Voice Kids from 2017 to 2023. Fashion. Before joining the Black Eyed Peas, will.i.am attended the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in Los Angeles. In 2001, he began designing his own signature clothing line, will.i.am, which made its official debut in 2005 at the Magic Apparel Trade Show in Las Vegas. In 2007, will.i.am teamed up with Blue Holdings to design a premium denim collection, will.i.am Antic, that was scheduled to debut in August 2007 at the Project Show in Las Vegas. will.i.am instead had new partners and was launching will.i.am. will.i.am is currently, being sued $2 million for abandoning the project, for which, the label states, he was obligated until 2016, but will.i.am insists it is already over. He also launched his own glasses range. Technology. will.i.am speaking at the 2011 first kickoff at Southern New Hampshire University with Dean Kamen. Appearing at the kickoff event for the 2011 First Robotics Competition, Logo Motion, held at Southern New Hampshire University, will.i.am stated that he is a big fan and that the newly unveiled game was dope. He also executive produced a TV special, will.i.am. First, Science's Rock and Roll, about the 2011 First World Championship at the Edward Jones Dome, St. Louis. It was produced by Greg Sills and Paul Flattery, directed by Michael Dempsey. It was aired by ABC on August 14, 2011, at 7 p.m. As part of the special, will.i.am appeared with the Black Eyed Peas. Willow Smith also performed, and will.i.am did a DJ set. He continues to support First, and at the 2013 First World Championship, will.i.am became the first recipient of the Make It Loud Award, which is given to the person who has contributed the most in increasing the awareness of First to the general public. In January 2011, Intel named will.i.am as Director of Creative Innovation, with input in developing smartphones, tablets, and laptops. In January 2012, he appeared on the BBC TV series Top Gear as the star in a reasonably priced car, where he claimed he was starting his own car company called will.i.am. By becoming the first artist to stream a song, Reaching for the Stars, from the surface of Mars on August 28, 2012, will.i.am made interplanetary music history. The event took place at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, in Pasadena, California. Expanding his forays into iPhone accessory development, will.i.am announced plans to release a camera enhancer to dramatically enhance the clarity and definition of iPhone photographs by effectively making the 8-megapixel sensor into a 14-megapixel one. Termed the will.i.am Plus, the device was said to be the first in a series of digital real estate for the singer. In April 2016, it was announced that will.i.am Plus had acquired the Tel Aviv machine learning technology startup Sensia. 3D Systems appointed will.i.am as its Chief Creative Officer, CCO, on January 8, 2014. Since retiring from music, a retirement that did not last, he has helped design smartwatches for German company Deutsche Telekom since late 2015. In 2016, The Verge reported that will.i.am would join actress Gwyneth Paltrow and serial entrepreneur Gary Vaynerchuk on Apple TV's Planet of the Apps, calling the trio successful and big names with experience launching companies. The show received mixed to negative reviews. On July 27, 2017, will.i.am acquired Wink, the Internet of Things and Smart Home Hub platform, from owner Flextronics for a reported $38.7 million, with an additional $20 million commitment, likely earmarked to sustain manufacturing of Wink's products. will.i.am has focused his efforts on optimizing inclusivity of artificial intelligence. On June 7, 2024, he gave a speech at the Stata Center of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. He is the CEO of the company Focus Your Ideas. Personal life. In December 2010, will.i.am discussed suffering from tinnitus as a result of his career. In April 2013, he revealed that he has ADHD. He became a vegan in early 2017. The will.i.am Angel Foundation provided fast internet access to the Estrada Courts housing project in Boyle Heights, where he formerly lived. Legal issues. On June 22, 2009, gossip blogger Perez Hilton accused will.i.am and his entourage of assaulting him in Toronto after the Much Music Video Awards, a charge will.i.am denied in a video posted on his blog. No further action was taken. In late 2019, will.i.am's technology company, will.i.am Plus, was the subject of multiple tax liens, with the state of California alleging over $500,000 in delinquent taxes and the federal government alleging $1.78 million in delinquent taxes and interest.